In this video, we're going to show how the Wizard's AI Writer's Word to PowerPoint conversion feature works. So once you've created your documents, your proposals, business plans, reports, studies, whatever documents in the Wizard, you've done your editing, you've probably added pictures, charts, tables, got it all finished, then you're ready to export it to a PowerPoint slideshow. So I'm going to illustrate one of our design themes and a completely finished proposal, an agriculture grant. And you'll find the PowerPoint converter in the Edit button, number 3 here. So we've already finished everything, so we just go into the Edit screen. You'll find your combined document. We'll just open that up to look at it real quick. And this is a completely finished proposal. And this content was actually written by the AI writer as well. So you can see we've got an image in there. And note, these will be copied over to the PowerPoint slideshow. So in executive summary, we've got an image highlighting a page. Market band, we've got another image. Down in the yield chapter, we've got a chart. So note this is going to get copied as well. And this is quite an extensive proposal. We've got a pie chart here in this chapter and uses of funds. Return on investment, we've got a table. So this example is going to show copying multiple images, multiple charts, and a table, as well as all the text being rewritten and converted into talking points when it does the conversion. So this is a 34-page Word document. Now we go into the new AI Writer Tools tab, and you'll see the Create PowerPoint Slideshow. Now, if you're looking at this into the future, we're probably going to be adding more document management AI-driven tools here. So we just click Create PowerPoint Slideshow. And you'll see how many credits you have. And it'll tell you the link to the documents you're going to be converting. Now you can choose between verbose and condensed. Now verbose is going to condense all your chapters into longer talking points. So each bullet point will be more like a full sentence. That gives you the ability to do your own trimming down and editing of the bullet points down to shorter talking points. That gives you more control. If you want the AI to really condense it down to really short bullet points, you got the condensed bullet point option. We'll just go with verbose for now. All the models that you'll see available for writing your content are also available here, so you can actually have the AI writer use different models to do the conversion. And it'll tell you which model is here. And into the future too, it's like different models will become available over time. So this is using GPT-4 right now. 4.1, you could even use 03. We'll just stick on narrative 2. Now, depending on how many chapters are in the document and the model you use is going to determine the AI credits cost. So you can just click credits needed to see how much. It's going to analyze the document really quick, see how many chapters in it. This document has 10. It's going to cost 4 AI credits to do the conversion. Okay, so we've got our drop down selected. Now we can also do some configuring of how it's going to run. So we've got import charts and tables turned on. And with charts being used, you can also define a color scheme to be applied to the chart, like the slices of a pie chart, the bars in a column chart, and so on. If you want a monochrome chart, click one color, and the wizard will apply a gradiated scheme of that color. If you want multiple colors, you can click multiple colors like this. You can also define a color scheme that's different than the color scheme for the design theme. So you can see this green and gold color scheme is based on that agricultural design theme. And you can define how big of the pictures you want to be imported. So, we don't want tiny images to get imported, like bullet points and icons and things like that. So we set an image size that will cause tiny, short, small images to not be imported. And we can define a font type for titles. We can create a custom background design theme. We're going to show the first conversion without using a graphic design theme, just using the color scheme. And you can see the color scheme here, that's taken right from the agriculture design theme. And you really don't have to change any of the customizations for the first run. All right. So we don't have to do the pick file. So this pick file to convert is if you're going to convert an external Word document, one that's not part of your proposal kit system. By default, once you go into this right from your edit screen, it's automatically selecting your combined document proposal, your full proposal. So we don't have to change anything here. So we just go straight to Start PowerPoint Creation. And just sit back and let it work. Don't touch anything. It's going to be flipping back and forth between Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. So you don't want to interrupt it as it's processing. So what it's going to do is it's going to export your Word document, pull out all the chapters, send all the chapters over to the AI to consolidate all the chapters into bullet points, get that back from the AI. Then it's going to take all that and then build a full PowerPoint presentation. Okay, now the PowerPoint's been generated. We'll take a look at it. And you can see it's applied the color scheme. If you don't create your own custom background, it's just going to do a stock standard design theme with like a 3-color bar across the sides. We'll show another version later where you can customize this with your own backgrounds. It'll grab the logo from the design theme, or if you set up your own brand logo, it'll pull that in. Pulls in some data from the project. And you can see it's got the verbose text. This gives you the option of trimming down the bullet points yourself. We'll show a condensed version next. You can see it's pulled in the image from the executive summary. And it's pulled in the image from the market demand chapter. You can see it's pulled in the chart from the yield chapter, and it's applied the color scheme to the bar chart. And you can see it pulled in the pie chart and also applied the color scheme to match. And you can see it pulled in the table. Now it's going to size everything to fit the space available. So during your editing, you can just reformat some of these as needed. We can just drop the font size down a little bit. And it'll put an ending page, and it'll pull this straight from the back page of your document. And that is the basics of converting a Word document to a PowerPoint slideshow, ready for you to just run through, do your final edits, and your presentation's ready, all consistent with your proposal. So we'll show a couple variations on this. We'll do a second one using the condensed text and a custom background. So if we're doing a custom background, Now, every proposal pack design theme has the original graphics for the front and back cover. So you can see this graphic and this graphic for the watermarks. Those are included, and they'll be different for every photo design proposal pack. And you'll have to manually create background graphics for the PowerPoint. So these PowerPoint graphics are not included in the proposal packs themselves. For illustration purposes, you can see how I just loaded these two graphics into Photoshop. I just copied out sections to make them sized for PowerPoint. So you'll size these graphics to be, say, 1920 by 1080. And for the starting and the ending slides, they're just backgrounds that are going to have text overlaid. So the wizard will overlay a solid color square over the top of these for putting its text on, so you can make your background as whatever you want. For the middle, you'll want to leave most of the slide light colored enough so that all the text charts tables will be visible against the background. So keep any like solid designs to the edges. You can see how we just put a small sliver of design here and a faded watermark here, and then everything will overlay the top of that. So for doing a custom design theme, you just take 3 graphics with these exact names, and we copy them into your My Graphics folder. All right, so in the proposal, in your installation, you'll have, usually on the C drive, the C/proposal kit, proposal pack folder, there's a My Graphics folder. All you need are 3 files: PowerPoint start, PowerPoint middle, PowerPoint end. Size them 1920 by 1080, put them in that folder. And the wizard will automatically pull them in. Now in this configure graphic design layout screen, you can just select any of these and browse to a graphic. It can be somewhere else on your hard drive. It doesn't have to be in the My Graphics folder. Title slide, body slide, and end slide backgrounds. Those are the 3 I just showed you. You can have a logo, like your logo that goes on the front and back, and then you can have a smaller logo that's going to go in front of all the chapter headers. All right, so we've set up a custom design theme. That's all there really was to it. Just create 3 background graphics and then optionally the logos. And this time I'm going to do a condensed bullet point. And we'll start the creation all over again. All right, now this version is done. And you can see it's got the background. And you can see here it's got the custom background on the body slides. The text is shorter, more condensed. Otherwise, it is the same as before. All right, so that is how to do a customized version of a PowerPoint slideshow to match the design theme of your documents. And as you create these slideshows, they will be available in your edit screen right here. So each copy is just going to have a numerical number. So you can see number 2, that was the last one we created. So we can just open that up and you'll see that was the one we just looked at. Now we'll illustrate one more, just in a different design theme and for a different type of document. Alright, so I've set up a new project here, and this is a security plan. So you can see we have a security plan created with the security number 8 design theme. So you can see it's got an image on that page. another image. Another image. So we've got 3 images, and we have a chart. And this is a 39-page document. And we'll just go back into the AI Writer's Tools, click the slideshow button, and again we'll just keep the condensed, the narrative 2, and you can see the color scheme is based on the security 8, and we've set up custom background. So you can see in the My Graphics folder, and we can just pop this open. Okay, so this is the image, 1920 by 1080. I've got it in the My Graphics folder, PowerPoint Start, and again, just created this in Photoshop using one of the background images that's in the Security 8 graphics folder. Just custom made that. And there's our middle slide, so you can see we kept the design over on the side, left everything else very light colored. And the end slide, just taken right off one of the stock graphics in the design theme. All right. And we've got the color scheme picked. So we're going to do a monochrome color scheme for the chart. So the entire color scheme will be based on this one dark blue color. All right, now this one's been created. Let's take a look at it. So you can see the custom background. And you can see we've got our condensed, highly condensed bullet points pulled in the image. Pulled in the other image. And you can see it applied the monochromatic color scheme. Pulled in the chart. All right. And this is ready for you to just start editing and make it ready for your presentation. Now, another thing to note is this little checkbox. We haven't mentioned that. Once the AI has analyzed all the text and converted down all your bullet points, you don't have to redo that and spend extra credits every time you want to make graphic changes to the slideshow. So as long as the text is good, you don't want the AI to redo the text, you don't want to spend extra AI credits, check that box. That will let you rebuild the entire slideshow with some graphic design changes without it calling back out to the AI, because it's already got the AI written text back from the AI system. You can't change these options, condensed versus verbose, and you can't change the narrative model with this. Those do require calling back out to the AI, but we can apply different color schemes, change the fonts, change the background graphics. We can have it run through and say we had some images that didn't get in there because the image size was too big. We can change this down and get those images back in, or we can change that to cause more images to not be pulled in. And we can change the color schemes applied to the charts. So let's say I want to make this a little bolder, and I want to do a 2-color color scheme in some really bold colors. Now it's still going to have to do the full export of the Word document, so just let it do that, and it'll do everything except call out to the AI when it rebuilds this new version. All right, now it's been generated. So the only change we should see is in the color scheme of the chart. And yes, we have seen that big bold color change made to the chart. So that is really all there is to using the Proposal Kit's Word to PowerPoint conversion feature on your Proposal Kit documents. Now we'll have another video that just illustrates how to use it on external documents, which will be pretty much the same, but we'll show a slightly different way of how to go select those documents. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and click subscribe to keep up on the latest proposal writing tips with Proposal Kit.